Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 24 of our FTB OceanBlock Let's Play series, where today we are working on setting up a mob slaughter factory from Industrial Foregoing so we can start working on getting our enchanting stuff going. Yeah, from like 8 episodes ago or something like that. Anyway, let's get started. All right, welcome back to, man, I don't know why I always mess it up. This is Oil Rig TheAndrata. And today we are going to continue working on Industrial Foregoing. Real quick, I'm gonna check on how we're doing with our Cinnabar. Still struggling with Cinnabar apparently, but it's okay. I'm not too concerned about it. To be honest, we could even, stop this if we wanted to, let the Cinnabar build up because we have plenty of storage in our refined storage. But again, like I said, it's not that big of a deal. Like if we look at, we're still 515 diamonds, 781 emeralds, plus we have all the ingots of every kind that we could possibly need. So I think it's okay. I'm not too concerned about it. To be honest, what I could do right now though is get rid of the sugarcane. We have 4,000 sugarcane. I don't think we're going to need that much sugarcane for future, so I think we're good to go there. Anything else here that we don't need? Pumpkins. Do I need that many pumpkins? I have 1,000 pumpkins. I grew pumpkins for one thing, and that was it. And then you are probably full of cotton balls. I never did hook this up to the system, did I? But there we go. We got a bunch of cotton balls, almost 2,000 of those. So I think we're gonna be, okay with string. I'm gonna go ahead and let's hook this guy up so that I don't have to do this anymore. What did I do? I meant to do this and this. Bam and bam. I can disconnect that, extract from there. Ender pearls, we should be, pretty flush on. So it's crazy that we've only gotten 20 ender lily seeds out of all this. It must be super duper low chance. Like, 1% chance. So we've gotten 1,000 ender pearls, 1,024. So it's at least run 1,000 iterations of this. But again, it's only a 75% chance. So it's more than 1,000 iterations of this growth, and we've only gotten 20 of the ender lilies. Not that we need them, but it's just interesting. I've moved my bed over, as you can see, because I've expanded our setup here for our refined storage. So if we go take a look at this, we have our crafting grid here, pattern grid, and then I moved our fluid grid to the left because it's standard. The location that I generally tend to put it is on the left-hand side. Over on the right-hand side, we have our crafter manager. Now, the crafter manager is pretty easy to make. All of these are fairly standard. But if we look at crafter manager here, it is not usage, recipe of. If we look at this, it's just 2 crafters, a machine casing, an advanced processor, and we're good to go. So it's not too bad of a recipe to make. Now, what this does, it allows you to manage your crafters from this inventory. So you can see these are all my patterns, all my crafting recipes. So now if I create a pattern, instead of me having to go into our compact machine and then put the recipe in there, I can just do it from here. And the same is for our dissolution chamber, which we have over here. I can access that as well and do the thing. Pretty nifty. And then finally up top is a crafting monitor. And basically this just lets you monitor your auto crafts. So if you request something, you can monitor its progress through its crafting steps. And, if it gets stuck or whatever, you can see, where it got stuck at and why. So these are your 4 or 5. Yeah, 5. I can't count today. 5 main components to a refined storage crafting system if you want to be able to utilize all of the things. The last thing is the security manager that you can make. And the security manager is used if you're playing on a server and you want to control access to your refined storage stuff. Make sense? Good. Okay, so today, a couple things that we want to work on. First off, I want to go ahead and teach the dissolution chamber there how to make the upgrades for what is this mod? Industrial Foregoing. It's just diamond gears. And each one of these is going to require a different thing in this area, which is the blaze rods, also some glass paint, some redstone dust, and then some latex. And what these add-ons do is they just make everything faster for us, essentially. So we'll do that. We're also probably going to need to teach glass panes. So then we have this one, which is going to be this recipe. Need to teach you how to make a furnace. Okay, so you guys are... No, you're fine. Give me that. What I meant to do was you guys are general crafts. You are dissolution chamber crafts. And then speed. And we actually already know how to make sugar, so that is great. So if we come over to our crafter manager, we can put these ones in the dissolution chamber. And then these can go into our general iron crafters. And then if we say, hey, I need one of each of those, speed, we're missing 5 glass, really? I'm out of glass? I really should get like the, you know what? We have a material stonework factory. We could just have that thing pumping out glass. We got 3 of them. Pumpkin seeds? I picked those up somewhere. Yeah, material stonework factory. We can set this up. We can set it up. Well, where do we want to set this up at, really? This is a machine that's just going to run constantly, and it's just going to generate glass for us. Like, we don't have to do anything special with it. I guess we can put it down here, though it does require power, but it kind of fits the theme of this whole area. Yeah. What do y'all think? If we were to put it somewhere that makes sense, I mean, I guess really here, because it's going to have to dump its inventory into this chest. So we can put this here. We're going to need a flux point. And we can put this on the back. You are material stonework, output network. So you have power now. And then what we're going to do, so it's going to generate cobblestone. It's going to crush that, and then I believe smelt for glass. If we look at this, if we go into here, we can look at the material stonework factory. Can it not do? Yeah, no, it can do glass. Can't it? We'll find out. So for cobblestone, we need to get a bucket of water and a bucket of lava. Oh, speaking of lava, I need to add lava to our thing over here. But I got a bucket of water. And then lava. No lava. How about a bucket? Yeah, we need to add water to our refined storage so we can access lava. Yeah, or maybe I said lava already. Whatever. Where are we at? Over here. All right, so the way the material stonework factory works is it's literally a factory of stone stuff. What it does, it's going to, every iteration, it's going to do what it says to do here. So it's going to create cobblestone, then it crushes it into gravel. It's going to crush it into sand, and then it's going to smelt that sand into glass. And then for the final step, it's going to do nothing, which means it's going to start over. You can do different things if we turn this on. So we can see cobblestone needs 1 bucket of water, 1 bucket of lava, and it's going to consume none. So you throw those in here, you're good to go. We can also make netherrack. However, it's going to consume water and lava, granite, obsidian, andesite, diorite, and then back to cobblestone. And then each one of these corresponds to the diagonal counterpart. This is the first one, so it's this way. So this is going to crush into gravel. This would crush into sand. This is going to smelt into glass. And then this one's going to do nothing because we have it set to nothing. You have a couple options. You can do 2x2 crafting. You can do 3x3 crafting if you wanted to, put cobble in here and then have it automatically compress. You could have it do nothing just to get the cobble. You can have it smelt the cobble into stone or whatever. But for our purposes, we're going to do crush, smelt so we can get glass out of this. And we can just turn it back on. And actually, first off, what we're going to do is set all of our outputs. So we're going to say, okay, you are going to do nothing. And then blue is going to do nothing. And then yellow. And then finally red. We're going to allow the top to be an output, and we're going to disable the rest. You don't have to do this, but for future TheAndrata's sake, when I come back to this machine and I want to say, okay, what did I do? How did I set this up? I want to be able to look at it and be like, oh, okay, nothing's coming out of the fourth inventory. We have the glass coming out of the top, nothing out of the second, nothing out of the first, yada, yada, yada. That way I can, you know, in the future see, because it's going to get confusing. If you come back to this, or if I come back to this, you know, 5 episodes later, I'm not going to remember what the heck I did. It's just, yeah. It's better for your sake. Set your machines, even though, like even this, I'm going to put this, even though I set that pipe to pull, I'm going to have this push. So I know that items are going to be pushing out of the top. And like I said, even though I know that, you know, obviously this is pulling from the top, I can come in here and I can look and I can follow up with myself in the future and see. It just makes things easier. Let me get a piece of dirt. I do that with almost all my machines. Even if they have like auto input, auto output and stuff, I will still set it up like this so that I can see what the heck is going on, what I'm doing, because you can get lost. You can get easily confused and lost. Let's go glass. Now let me take a piece of this glass and see, do I have it set up in here? I do. I have glass set up in there, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay. So there's glass. And we're going to have glass go into the system. As you can see there, we have sand, or 2 pieces of glass, and we only had 1 before. I'm going to go ahead and smelt up a bunch of some glass, or some dirt, or sand, really. So that way I can at least have some for these crafting recipes that we were working on. And we can go ahead and throw those in there. The buckets can go in. And then now we should be able to request the stuff from Industrial Foregoing. So if I wanted an efficiency tier 2, I have some blaze rods available to us. We need to get those set up for auto crafting. Processing should be good to go. Just need some diamonds. And speed, we have everything for that too. So it's all going to process. So if we come over to our, you know, dissolution chamber, we're going to see everything was added into this, and it's slow. But that's why we're getting the upgrades, so that we can upgrade this to make it operate a little bit faster for us. Now, we do have an advantage at the moment that we got a mob crusher by default, or well, from one of our quests. We got a mob crusher and a mob duplicator, really, from one of our quests. So, you know, we kind of skipped the whole tier. If we wanted to set up a mob farm, we can. Though, in order to set up a mob farm, we either need to use A, mechanical dirt from Industrial Foregoing, or B, cursed earth from mini utilities. And we can't get to cursed earth until we get a wither rose. So we're kind of at a standstill with that. But what we want to do is grab a speed and an efficiency upgrade for our dissolution chamber, and go ahead and pop those in there, and they will do the thing. And you may be wondering, TheAndrata, you made a processing tier. The processing tier, the processing add-on, what it does is when this bar fills up, it allows the machine to do 2 of its processes. So we can demonstrate that with our material stonework factory here. If we come over here and we pop this into here, we're going to see it's going to go straight to glass. It skipped the sand step. This is going to go straight to oh, that went straight to glass. It's going to go to sand, and then we're going to have one come to gravel. It basically allows it to do 2 of its processes per iteration, which is great for machines like this. So it makes those faster in that regard. But for something like the dissolution chamber, you're only making one thing at a time. It can literally only handle one thing at a time. So it doesn't really benefit you too much. But like that will essentially double our sand production. Just with that, you don't even have to have the efficiency or the speed add-ons put in there. But we could if we wanted to. They're available to us. We'll see how we end up with glass. We are going to use a lot of glass through the playthrough, but having it sit there and run, like so far we've gotten what, 29 glass, and if we just let it sit, how many blaze rods do we have? 3. I don't have enough blaze rods. I do have enough blaze rods, but I don't want to deal with it right now. Okay, so what do we need to do? Oh, first off, let's clear off this. We need to get ourselves a mob slaughter factory. Okay, now the mob slaughter factory is a machine from Industrial Foregoing, obviously, and what it does is it kills passive animals or mobs. And what it generates from those mobs is what's called liquid meat or pink slime. Now, liquid meat is gained more often from passive mobs. Passive mobs, like what we have over here with our blessed earth, will get you more liquid meat than pink slime. And the opposite is true for hostile mobs. Hostile mobs will get you more pink slime, less liquid meat. Makes sense? However, as it stands now, we don't really have the ability to set up a hostile mob farm unless we, set up like it just becomes difficult. We could set up like 28 blocks out and have a hostile mob farm that way, but this slime island that we're close to is going to be messing with our mob spawns and things like that. I know it's an issue with this plate with this mod pack. Mob spawns are funky because of that. So it is what it is. So what we're gonna do is we can go ahead and I'm just trying to think, where do we want to put this? I don't need a super large area, especially since that the blessed earth is ridiculous when it comes to spawning stuff. So I just want to make a little platform or something. Let's just build a little. Let's see. Let's get some iron bridges, some factory blocks. We can use the hazard blocks, and we can use wireframe, though it's going to get replaced with the blessed earth anyway. And we're going to build out this way. And the easiest way to do this, to place those bridges, is to actually build a little platform to place them on, which is a pain. When I did this before, I had to, do the standard bridge building. But let's just build this out. We don't have to go too far. We can go out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you want it to be even with this and then have it just stick off the side? Sure. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So then what we can do is keep this, but 1, 2. I don't even know what I have here. What do I have? 1. It's hard to see with that bridge plus the flight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have a 7x7, 5x5 internal. We'll take it. So then we can just come under here and we can, break these ones that don't need to be there. And then we got a bridge leading to our new mob farm. Sweet. I think I have another chisel in here. Yes, I made a new chisel because the other one broke. We can go ahead and actually split this. We're going to pick these. We're going to chisel, and we're going to chisel those. And then they can stack. Oh, the stacking of these has been funky. Some of them don't stack. It doesn't stack always correctly, which is weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6. This is with hover mode on, by the way. This is how fast the hover is. It's kind of a pain. Need to see what options we have for creative flight, and if we're I don't think we're there. I think in order to do creative flight, we're gonna have to get into draconic, and we're not there yet. Okay, so what we're gonna do is this is gonna be filled with the blessed earth, so we can just leave it blank for now. We're gonna set up the mob slaughter factory. We can have this guy face this direction. It is going to need a flux point, and I think I am out of flux cores, aren't I? Those are plugs. Oh, plugs. Point. Yes, out of flux cores, but we should be able to make everything except for the Eye of Ender. Let's just get a stack of those. We can afford that. And bam, flux point. Okay, so how do we want to set this up? Since these are passive mobs, it really doesn't matter because we don't have to worry about them escaping and then doing damage to us. And also light level doesn't make too much of a difference. We could build this with glass. So you're going to be our mob slaughter. Mob slaughterer. And then the way that this is going to work is in this area, it's going to kill mobs. So we're going to need to get a range upgrade. And the way that the range upgrades work in Industrial Foregoing is we're going to say this is range 0. We would need a range of +1, +2 in order to fill this whole thing in. 1 and 2, okay? So we need a range add-on of, this is a +1. Can I put 2 of these in here? Is this going to do 1 on each side? Can I do 2 of those? No. It would be nice. So we need a range add-on tier 2. So we'll get that crafted up in just a moment. There's also this weird visual bug where the rendering of this allows you to see through the ocean, which is kind of cool actually. But anyway, all right, so Mob Slaughter Factory is going to go there, and what it's going to do is going to kill the enemies. What we need is some ender tanks so that we can get our stuff that we need out of here. So we're going to have liquid meat, and we're going to have pink slime. So we're going to need brown dye, which is going to come from what? Cocoa beans? We have no cocoa beans. We have cocoa beans, apparently. I have 30 cocoa beans. Okay. So we want brown dye for the liquid meat, and then we want pink dye for the pink slime. So we can go ahead and set these guys. You know, one can go here. One can go there. Land. And we'll set the brown dye to come out of the right side. So remember, we have our inputs with a white in the middle. So we're going to have brown, white, brown, and pink, white, pink. And then this guy, the meat, is going to be disabled all sides, except for the left, which is going to push. And then the slime is going to be right push, disable all sides. Okay, so that is this pretty much set up. We just need to get the essence in here and get the add-on, the upgrade, so that this can run. And we should be good to go. Problem is going to be this bridge. I can't build on top of this, and I need to be able to close this off. I didn't think about that ahead of time. I guess we're going to have a floating bridge, or we could put... We're going to have to get rid of that. We could put 2 factory blocks here, you know, because this is a special consideration for this bridge. So that has to sit there because we're going to need to put, like, you know, do we have like an ethereal glass or something so we can get in there if we need to? We don't need dark ethereal glass, just like a regular ethereal glass. Yeah, we could make that work. Well, I would need a lot of it. You use those semi-stable ingots. Or we could just use regular glass because it doesn't really matter. Though again, I have quite a bit of glass. Just trying to think. We're going to set this up and we're going to have mobs in here, and then we're going to want some way to stop the mobs from being able to get out, of course. Fences would work. I'd have to set them up multi-high, though. Should we just do fences? I mean, they're going to get killed pretty quickly. Oak fence. Oak planks. Oak logs. Planks. What do I have a lot of planks of? Spruce fence. Yeah, we should be okay. All right, let me build this real quick, and then I'll get the blessed earth in here, and we'll come back and see how this works. All right, so I just built up some fences. I just don't want any rabbits to be popping out. No, I think fences hold rabbits. That gap concerns me there between those. I feel like a rabbit's going to be able to sneak out of those. They're probably going to have to get some speed upgrades on this bad boy. But if we take this, and I made the range add-on, so we pop this in here, we'll see now that it is going to encompass this entire area. So we're good to go there. It has power, so all we have to do is take the blessed earth, which I think I put away. No, I know what happened. I broke it. See, I replaced it, and the absorption hopper probably picked it up. Yep. So then all we have to do is place this blessed earth in here. And now keep in mind, there's no mob drops that are going to happen. So we don't have to worry about mob drops or anything. But if we just place this in here, bam, as they spawn, they'll get killed. And we're just going to start to get the stuff that we need. Yeah, so we have 320 millibuckets of pink slime and 16 millibuckets of liquid meat. Was I backwards? I think I was backwards. Passive mobs make pink slime. Hostile mobs make liquid meat. And normally I would be concerned about the liquid meat, but I think we'll be okay. And then this blessed earth will just start spawning like crazy, and they'll get all slaughtered up as they go. I am going to go ahead and make the speed upgrades because I can see this getting overwhelmed fairly quickly. So let's grab, one of each tier. We should be able to make this. Yes. What I need to do is automate the I really need to automate all of those so we can start getting smelting, set auto crafting up on all of those things, really make another set of them for auto crafting purposes. But yeah, and look how fast those all got made because we put the speed upgrades in the dissolution chamber. That's pretty nice. So if I put one of each of these in there, it will now operate significantly faster and do 2 operations per tick. So we should be good to go. And then, as you can see, the blessed earth is going to spread, so it's going to end up going crazy in here. But this thing will maintain. If it backstuffs, it's fine. It'll keep killing. It just won't do anything with it. So now we have pink slime and we have liquid meat going in there. I need to get some more blaze so we can get some more blaze rods because I need to get more ender tanks so that we can set the ender tanks up inside of the storage area so we can have it available to our refined storage system. And then that way we can, actually start crafting the things that we are here for, which was this whole line of stuff began because we wanted the enchant. We wanted to be able to enchant. So we need an enchantment factory. We need a applicator and we need an extractor. So let's add all those to the to-do list. We did the mob slaughter factory, so we're good to go there. 21 blaze rods. Let's get some more blaze just so that it's ready to go for us. And again, like I said, I really should automate this, but we'll get there. Okay, so last things that we need to do is just add this to our refined storage system. So let's get, and actually we can, at this point, we can teach the system how to make a simple black hole tank because I have everything else. Just need to know how to make Eyes of Ender. And everything else is taught. Did I teach buckets? No. Well, I did now. Okay, and then all of these are general craft recipes because remember we already have the simple machine frame taught to the system. So now if I ask for a simple black hole tank, I need to teach it how to make a gold gear. I thought you already knew how to make a gold gear. Apparently not. Okay. All right, well, now it does. Simple black hole tank, go. And it should not take too long because of the upgrades we have in our dissolution chamber. It just has to craft this simple machine, and there we go. Bam, easy as that. We're actually going to need 2 of these so we can kick off that, but we're missing the plastic. I need to get the plastic set to be imported because it's sitting here, but we don't have enough of it. You guys are still going. I should get upgrades on these so they can produce more of this. This is splitting between these two, and most of the latex is ending up. It's splitting, so it goes into our system here. And I don't know why this black hole grid is JEI synchronized. It's not supposed to be. Look, it's set to normal. 7 buckets of latex in there. That's okay though. We'll work on. We're not getting a lot of liquid meat apparently, so I'm not too concerned about it right now. So let's grab this. We need to get the pink slime. So let's get pink dye. Red dye. Pink dye. There we go. We need an ender tank. It would be more prudent if I did pink wool. And I actually have pink wool, so then I can just get white dye. Bam. Okay. So let's fly up here a little bit, do this, do this. So there's the pink slime. And then we can set up our black hole tank. Bam. Kick off an external storage while we work. We're missing a cable. I never taught the system how to make cables. I'd remember that. Need quartz enriched iron. Bam, bam. Okay. So then we're going to set this to automatically pull, turn everything off. And this one is going to set up, it's going to push eventually because it's going to, we're going to use this pink slime. Actually, no, we don't use the pink slime anywhere. Liquid meat we use, but we wouldn't use the pink slime anywhere other than crafting. So we can set that to disabled as well. We need the back to be enabled so we can hook up the external storage to it. Bam. And set it to fluids. And now we can store, we're going to have pink slime and we're going to have it in our system available for us to do stuff with. 26 buckets of it already. Nice. And we'll do the same with liquid meat. So I'll set up the liquid meat one in between. I just got to get more plastic. I'm going to probably make upgrades for all of these extractors so that we can get these fully upgraded. So they'll burn through this acacia faster, which will produce this latex faster, which will get us more tiny dry rubber faster and all of the stuff. Oh, by the way, real quick, I wanted to point out, if we come back into here, the issue with our water, and this is my issue, I've always just set up a sink here and just set the sink to have an external storage on it, and it works perfect because the sinks from cooking with blockheads have max int water available into them, and it exports extremely fast. So I had this set up here, and you saw, remember earlier, this wasn't filling up fast enough. So I just put a pipe. So there's a pipe coming out of our input tank into our black hole tank, and it has a diamond upgrade on it. And that pulls fast enough. I think it pulls at what? 2 buckets every tick. And then same thing over here. This is going into our output tank for all of our machines. And that has also got a diamond upgrade, 2 buckets every tick. And this is able to maintain, and it's maintaining its buffer here, which is great. But anyway, that is it for this episode. So if you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.